I guess, shall we begin?
Sure.
What do you remember?
Well, we found the giant mech dragon, and it does work.
And we do want to invade a different country. More than we already
Yes.
have, anyway.
So having a giant piece of technology and, warfare,
A war machine,
useful.
if you will.
Yeah. That's
So hopefully we've
very
been given a
handy.
weapon of war.
Which makes me a little bit nervous as to what everyone else has gotten, but that's me the player, not me the character.
Faya is more concerned as to why there is a weapon of war on an island that's apparently, at least by title alone, new aviary. Probably just supposed to hold creatures and not weapons of war. Just by title alone, she assumes. She might be assuming wrong. This is why she was in training for a while.
It's a front.
Yep. So, we went through basically everything here, but when we left off last time, the general, like, one of the higher-ups, I believe it was one of the princes of Tevangard, I'm blanking on his name right now, had just arrived, and it was basically T-minus 2 days. Or T-minus 1 day. Something like that.
Yes.
It's a very short time frame.
Have 24 hours before Prince Grezok arrives.
Oh. We have 24 hours before he arrives, and then it's like, we fly off within the week.
Unless you can convince him otherwise.
Yep. So we've got 24 hours to try and position ourselves as best we can. Show off what we've got.
Specifically,
And yeah.
You have 24 hours to learn how this thing works.
Yep. Otherwise, it's probably going to get destroyed. Because they couldn't remote into this thing. They couldn't remote into this thing, could they? Because they totally could, I think. Well, wait, maybe? It wouldn't... I mean, it has an autonomous feature in the Sentinel mode that we almost set off a couple of times.
Yes. Rails, we're starting with you.
Okay.
Nemes and Hiven have gone off to look for... I honestly am blanking on what Nemes is looking for, but I know Hiven is looking for stuff about new aviary. And
I believe the Nemes was going for like an instruction manual.
That sounds right.
Or just like documentation of any sort.
I know he's looking for communication records between here and a base. That leaves you with Frigga.
Okay.
Don't mind Faya, she's just T-posing in the corner. This out of character, by the way.
Faya should be heading up topside and seeing if Beachy can bring up one of the scientists that was here.
Okay. So.
What you gonna do?
Because like the best way to learn about how to work this thing would be to open up the hatch and take it outside. But that also has the highest risk of death.
Yes.
Because we don't really know... We know the basics. but there are...
You have a pretty large room to walk this thing around in and get used to how precise the controls are and such.
Okay.
Not only that, the room looks blast and fire resistant, so you can play around with those features.
Okay. And you sent me the stat block. I do remember that.
Yes.
Have that in one of my tabs.
How many tabs do you have is the real question.
It's high. I don't know the exact number. I don't want... Well, okay, now I'm curious. But, like...
That's for later.
Yeah. That's a future me problem. There it is. Oh gosh, yeah. This thing is scary.
1 second. I am back. I am sorry.
You're good.
Yes, yes, Brass Blaze is scary.
Alright, good news. Laptop just woke up, and I just pulled Faya's file off, and now it's in my computer, or my laptop.
Nice.
So now I have Faya's character sheet.
Nice. We'll get to
So
you
we have...
in a moment.
Yeah. So we have the basics. Like, we can walk around, we can move, we can do things, but we're kind of rolling at like 5% of maximum power.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I know you said that the hatch was bigger than it looks here, or at least like it's not super hard to squeeze out if we did that.
Yes.
Okay. Also, well, wait, the only other thing I can think of is if we take this thing flying out from the bowels of this continent, this land, this floating island, what are the odds that our people are going to shoot at it? Because Reyos is thinking high.
It's a possibility. It would help if more people topside knew about it. But currently no one does.
Yeah.
But if...
What's this thing's stealth score?
I think it's kind of low.
+3.
Well, yeah, I gave it that because it's acrobatic.
The port is on the bottom of the island. So if we just go down first...
people down too?
Well, isn't this like the bottom part of the island? Like it bowls off at the end, and so like this just opens up towards just air?
Yes.
Okay.
But what I'm saying
like
is there's ships on the ocean.
Okay, yeah, that's bad. That's a problem.
Namely, the people you got from the savannah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Wait, I thought they were topside on the island. The aviary.
No.
Wait, no, the people were... Wait, hang on.
The savannah
the people were...
did not come up.
They did not come up, but we did.
Yes.
So they're down there.
Savannah people are down there. People that were with Hivid are up there.
Faya was heading up.
Faya is heading up with the express purpose of picking up a scientist.
And working with Bishi.
Wasn't the idea that I go talk to either Bishi outside or I go down to the ocean to talk to Bishi or something? I don't remember.
Inside New Aviary, your communication with Bishi was non-existent. Being outside should be enough.
Okay. I was worried I'd have to take a swan dive off the island.
Wait. Are the walls here lined with lead or something? Actually, that makes perfect sense. So you can't scry on this thing. That's... Actually, that could be very useful. Huh.
It's gonna backfire on the gears who've set it up.
Yes. But Reyes also wouldn't think of that. That's me. That's me.
I know.
Knowing things like that. And so I'm just musing.
I gotcha.
So we need to send a message at least to the people on the boats. If we open up the hatch, can we see the boats?
Yes. They're a long way down, but you can see them. Hello? Andrew? Hello?
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 Okay, I'm back.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
good. Sorry, my Wi-Fi was doing its normal thing and not working.
Thank you, AT&T.
Yep.
When ships are a long way down, but you can see them.
Okay. Because I've got a... We don't have people who have sending, right?
Actually, I think Hivid does.
Wait, but lead line container. That's not going to work in here. You'd have to go up. Wait. If the hatch is open... Would magic be able to go through the hatch?
He'd have to be in front of the hatch, but yes.
So we should send them a message. To just say, hey, there's going to be a big dragon dropping out of here. Don't shoot it. We're trying to figure something out. I don't. Reyes would go over to Hivid. Hivid's looking for the. Nemes was looking for communications. Hivid was looking for guides. Correct.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Hey, I know you've got different arcane tricks up your sleeve.
Yes.
We've got people down there who are more than likely going to attempt to assail us if we try and drop a giant Ventheimian dragon out the bowels of an island.
As they should, I'll argue. But
Can you cast a spell or do something that makes that not happen?
I can certainly try.
Excellent.
And he'll... I assume open up the hatch and send a message down below.
Okay.
We found something in New Aviary. It's going to come down in a moment. Leave it be. We've got guys on it.
And the dragon has one cockpit, I know. But does it have like a gunner seat?
No.
Okay. So it's just one person.
One cockpit, but in theory you could probably squeeze someone on the neck. Or have them... There are places to put other people that are risky, but...
Frigga's a halfling, right?
Yes.
Would we be able to position it so that if I'm kind of sitting at the driver's seat, she's like right behind and can just take pot shots from behind the dragon's head towards anything on at the ground or anything like that? I feel like that might be a space constraint, but
She could probably get on or somewhere around the main crest.
okay.
Which happens to have a lot of things to hold on to. Not that it was
Okay.
designed for that, but...
Oh, yeah. I mean, because the main cockpit area is, I believe it was right around here-ish, right?
Yes. It's kind of sunken in so that from most angles you cannot see that there's a pilot.
Mm-hmm. But there are means of visibility.
Yes.
Okay. like... I'm also just thinking, like, this thing is fast, and it can... And based on our preliminary tests last time, it can move a lot faster even at lower speeds. Like, the tail is robust. So I'm just trying to think of speed-wise, like, if we caught this thing into a free fall, or, you know, it would... I don't want anyone who is, like, on the body of it to just go flying as soon as the head moves. I mean, I know you said that there were places to hold on, but, like that's a lot of G-force.
Do you want her to tie herself to the crest?
I mean, that would help. But, like, my over-preparedness and thinking is that the worst-case scenario is that we have a dead halfling being, like, flapped around on the head of a dragon. Like, just from impact damage. And I don't... And Rayos would not want that at all.
Nobody wants that.
Um, I mean, you know what? Let's give it a shot. Reyes would be kind of talking through this plan with her. What would she say? What would Frigga say? About it. About an idea of riding alongside or on it.
She's
Or
willing
would it...
to give it a shot.
Okay, let's do this. Let's try it.
Okay. Where exactly is it I'm going?
You see there's that, like, nice little divot towards the head where there's kind of almost a mesh-lined backing of just different pipes and pieces that kind of move in and out around. Hang on a second. Before you do that, he would kind of take the head, turn it, and do a quick burst of fire and watch to make sure that those pipes don't just heat up as molten liquid or ignited gas or anything passes through.
Those pipes don't seem to heat up, and if they do, it's not too dangerous of a temperature.
Okay. That is good.
They don't, like, become red hot.
That was the goal he was trying to avoid. And making sure that that did not happen.
We don't want to bake the halfling.
Right. There's so many ways that this could go very bad. And I want to try and make sure that those don't happen.
Okay, I'm heading up.
Okay.
She'll just get right in there. And you go here. Hatch open.
Yep.
He'll go back to what he was doing. Why did you move down from the thing?
Okay. Then this thing. Oh, that's.
Okay, you can move now.
Okay. There it goes. Okay. So, taking kind of steps around carefully. Everything seemed to be holding. We all seem to be good.
All good?
Okay, we'll make the way to the hatch. And kind of have to pull the wings in a bit to get through, which is increasingly nerve-wracking for every step of the way. Then finally Reyes will just throw it forward quickly and then to basically just sprint out, and then as soon as there is nothing beneath, go to try and catch and just glide. Just glide for the start.
It glides.
Okay. 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 Okay.
It's gliding.
Yep. Hang on, I didn't think I was gonna get this far.
Without any thing pushing down on the air, it is going to slowly go down, but it's a very slow descent.
Okay. So let's attempt to gain altitude and just kind of get used to the way the wings are and the force that can be generated with maybe a single push and then a couple different bursts.
It's working. The burst doesn't really seem to do much because it needs to complete the wing movement every time.
Okay.
Seems like just holding it down will make the wings move. Don't need to keep pressing it.
Okay. Learning new things, that's good. What sort of mechanisms are there outside of the hatch?
Outside of the hatch, from regarding new aviary, there's all of the mechanics that keep the island afloat, which are a number of vents spewing out pressurized hot air.
Gotcha. So if they close the hatch on us, there's no way back in.
Correct.
Okay. That's an important note. Let's So we can maintain a consistent speed. We're basically flying at speed. So let's just go ahead and just try a dash. Just see how fast we can get this going.
I forget exactly what the stat block says, but I'm pretty sure it can go really fast.
It's got a fly speed of 80, so it can dash to 160.
That's fast.
That's terrifying. And Frigga still is maintained in a relatively safe spot.
Frick is still there. She's still alive.
Okay,
I'll be right back. You think of your next move.
yeah. Okay, so we can go. Next important thing we have to do is be able to stop. So we're going to want to try and catch. Underneath the island is the system that is keeping it afloat, so let's not do it there. Oh, we'll have to ask if there's a bit more of a natural part. 60-foot cone, 120-foot line.
I am back.
Okay. In the makeup of the bottom side of New Aviary, is it all just vents and devices used to keep it afloat, or are there some slightly more natural parts of it?
I'd say once you get underneath, it's completely artificial. Everything natural is towards the top.
Gotcha. So then let's head over to the backside of the island where there were not people. And Rios is going to just kind of try and fly up a bit and just try and catch the rim to like dash through, fly up, and then just kind of stop. Not necessarily immediately on a dime, but just to be able to catch it and see if it can hold its position and poise.
Like hold
kind
on.
Of right towards the edge.
Holding on to the ledge?
Exactly. Just catch itself, hold on, and then so you can kind of just keep it there watching, and then immediately spring off down, and then fly off from there. So basically just have an anchor point so that you don't have to be in the air the entire time.
Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and say this works. The dragon can latch on to things. But I'm also going to use this as an opportunity to switch to Faya.
Yes.
Because she's right over there too.
Ah, perfect.
But we're going to go back in time a little bit.
Works for me.
Faya, you in?
I'm here.
Alright. Alright. You have been sent topside to try to talk to Beachy, while Ras figures out the dragon.
attempts to figure it out.
Out.
It's an important part.
At this point in time, he has not taken the dragon out.
Hey, Doug. What's the likelihood we're gonna have to ask Bishi to like help us haul a dragon out of his ocean?
Shrugs.
Fair enough. Okay.
50-50?
Those are some good odds. I think. I don't know how dragons work when they're not alive and doing their thing on their own.
50-50 is like the highest vote of confidence I've heard, and I am very impressed.
Well, it's also duck.
Are you saying you don't trust Tuck's predictions?
No, I am very grateful because my predictions were much lower. I don't trust myself.
That's fine. Faya was pretty sure she might need to warn Bishi about the possible risk of a mechanical dragon falling into the ocean. Does Faya know how to contact Bishi at all?
Yes.
Okay, she's probably gonna start to do so.
Okay. Okay, time to go into the text I have written up. Faya, you stand on the edge of New Aviary, looking out at the ocean before you. The seas are fairly calm at the moment, though occasionally there is a larger wave that appears and crashes. As you reach out to Bishi, the sounds of the ocean get louder, while the sounds of the jungle fade. As you enter a trance, eventually your eyes close, and when you open them again, you find yourself standing on soft sand underwater.
Oh my gosh, there's a map for this.
Oh no, there's a map for this.
Oh, I'm scared for my life now.
There was art for this, but I did not get it done. And
This is a beautiful map.
This is a beautiful map. I fear I might die on this map.
let me just prepare something off in the void for a moment. I'm
Not
sorry,
ominous
guys.
at all.
Owlbear is glitching a little bit for me, so I'm going to refresh. You might need to refresh too. Alright, that's better. Again, sad that I couldn't get the art done, but it's fine.
This looks beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what the laser pointer is. Good.
Let's just increase the size of that.
Things you always want to hear the DM say.
This isn't getting me nervous at all. No, sorry.
That is.
So anyway,
Danger, what's that?
you might find Faya just in a coma in the woods later. No discernible reason.
In a coma,
But,
that means she's technically still alive.
Yeah. Massive win.
Looking around, you see coral of all shapes and colors. Anemones, seaweed, various aquatic plants sway. And amongst these life forms, you see treasure. Piles of gold coins, hello Hazel. Gems and goblets rest against the bases of cliffs. Necklaces hang from branching corals. Stone statues, untouched by barnacles and other reef life, stand amongst the reef. As you look around, you find the origami swan you gave Beachy in one of the branching corals, posed to resemble a bird in a tree.
Faya is just so ecstatic about the fact that Pishi kept it.
You also spot a marble statue depicting a female Shatterkai paladin with a spear and a shield and wearing a crown.
I have a question. Would Faya know who, like, that specifically is depicting, or if that's just a generalized statue that Bishi happens to have?
Roll a history check.
Oh boy. God, why didn't I take where is my D20? That's a... You said history?
Yes.
19 plus 4.
Okay. It is a statue of Thorol's queen.
Of whose queen?
Thorol? Thorol's wife? You
I'm
know
just
the
trying to...
king of your own country?
I was trying to remember... Okay, cool.
I don't know how to put this, but she's dead. She has been for hundreds of years, and she's gone. And,
Hello? Hello?
okay, where did I cut off?
You haven't cut off for me.
I know, but
That's
Andrea
fair.
left.
I'm so glad I'm not the only one who has internet issues. It feels comforting.
I'm pretty sure it's a me problem, but every so often I can't tell if y'all are just cutting out or
I think
there's just a very long silence.
That's a you problem.
It's definitely a me problem.
Lore, again, you know that Thorol's queen, Gwendolyn, passed away before you were born, let's just say.
Completely fair.
It's not a recent event at all.
Faya is going to choose not to question why or when Bishi got that statue. Not her place to know. Also just seems like a massive headache to figure out.
As you look down, this sort of cascading cliffs, you see Beachy coming up from the lowest reaches of his reef.
Faya would like to start to go down, if she can, to meet Bishi about halfway.
Okay. I shall grab you. Hello. Hello again.
Hi, Bishi. Faya would basically very excitedly give Bishi away before sort of remembering herself, giving a bow because, this is her patron, and then going back to excitedly waving towards Bishi. I see you kept the origami bird. That's so sweet. You're the best.
I keep all of my offerings.
That makes a lot more sense. I'm still just ecstatic that it's here. It is so fucking awkward with her patron.
Nah, it's fine. But you want to talk?
Right, so co-worker, my allies. So we took over New Aviary, which we were trying to do. Well, I guess people before us took it over, and then we sort of came in as well. And then we helped explore the basement of it, which was weird because I couldn't really feel the connection to you at all, which was not pleasant, actually. Wouldn't recommend trying it.
That's nice to know.
Anyway, we were curious if you happen to know if any of the scientists that were up there sort of just crashed from above and into the ocean, where I guess they'd probably die.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Come
Cool.
with me.
Sure. I was more than happy to follow along behind Bishi.
It's kind of like those videos of people swimming with whale sharks. It's fine, they're harmless. But they're also huge.
I now need to Google this photo. Whale sharks.
It's really cool.
Okay.
And Bishi might be bigger than a whale shark. I'm willing to bet he is bigger than a whale shark.
He is. Isn't he like a dragon turtle?
He is a dragon turtle.
I assume they're bigger. Yeah, it's a gargantuan dragon. I don't remember what the size range specifically for what gargantuan is, but I'd imagine it's bigger than a whale shark.
Let's also keep in mind he's a warlock patron.
He is also basically a mini god.
But he swims down to the lowest reach part of the reef, where shipwrecks are, and that sort of thing. You know, I understand burials at sea are something a lot of people choose. And it's a good way to keep your enemies from spontaneously coming back. But this strikes me as excessive.
That's a lot of bodies.
It's my understanding that this is everybody that was working on this new aviary.
That's a lot of bodies to like end up throwing in the ocean. And like I'm pretty sure that's normal practices some places. That's a lot of bodies. Holy spleens.
That's what I thought. I'm glad to I'm glad to know my thoughts were correct.
Yeah. I don't. Sorry.
No,
Quick out of
not what they were doing in there.
character question. Did we come to the conclusion that they probably jumped off the island or something as it was being taken over? Or was that just something we
know
were
for a fact that they were killed on the island and thrown overboard because it's people cannot spontaneously arise as reborn if they're underwater.
So one of their own threw them overboard, not like one of our people who were taking
No.
over the island.
Oh no, their people threw them overboard.
Okay.
Your people
Cool.
threw them overboard.
Oh, our people threw them overboard.
Yes. But they were already dead.
Mm.
Killed and throw.
Did we not think to like take them back and recycle their bodies?
Heaven
Hello?
is a bit more against that than.
Sorry, everything cut out. What happened?
Hivet is a bit more against that than most Heaven Guardians you'll find.
Sorry, everything.
Am I still cutting out?
Yeah. My internet is shit. I blame Webster.
Webster has great Wi-Fi.
I know. I'm just trying not to blame my laptop.
Hi. So OBS did that thing where it paused randomly during recording, so a bit of the session was lost. So I am recording this after the fact to try to fill in what was lost. First, because Andrea's internet kept cutting out and she couldn't hear me talking, I put a message in chat to explain Hivet's views in regards to necromancy and undead, to try to explain why the Heaven Guardians didn't hold on to the bodies of the dead Ventheimans in the first place. So, Faya asks Beachy for one of the bodies. Beachy has no problem setting up one of the bodies, but he wants an offering in return. He's not going to do that for free. It's around this point that Reyes flies Brassblaze the mechanical dragon out of New Aviary for the first time. With Brassblaze outside of the lead-lined chamber of New Aviary, Beachy sees it for the first time and immediately wants something like it. Beachy realizes he's not going to be getting Brassblaze itself, so he wants something of a similar nature. With, admittedly, a bit of poking in the right direction on my part, Faya remembers the humanoid automatons that are also below New Aviary, and offers one of them, this one in particular, in exchange for the body of one of the Dragonborn scientists. Beachy tries to get Faya to pick one of the corpses while she's at his reef and can see them, but she decides to check with Reyes and Hivet first to see if they have a preference regarding which scientist to pick. Beachy accepts this and sends Faya back to the material plane. As Faya leaves her trance, she finds herself face to face with brass blaze as it perches on the side of New Aviary around here. And that's about it. About this point is when I noticed that OBS had paused. And now back to the regular video. Okay.
Oh my lord.
We might have a problem. OBS did that thing where it pauses. I think I hit something by accident. But it should be fine.
Okay. Okay.
It should be fine. You heading down to go talk to Hiven?
Yep.
Okay.
Do we need to worry about the dragon turtle raising an army of undead cyborgs against us?
I personally wouldn't worry about it, but I'm also very biased towards species.
That's true. It'll work out fine. Everything's gonna be fine. There's no worries, right?
What is the likelihood of a gargantuan dragon turtle, who is basically a mini-god, raising an army, while also being in its own domain of an infinite reef?
We're gonna be good.
I'm sure
I don't
nothing
think it's Michi you have to worry about.
Oh, definitely
considering
not.
the lore I have written up.
Well, wait. If you can talk to a dead person, Bishi can also talk to a dead person. So, like, and they've got a lot of scientists. Oh, well.
As I know, Bishi's just sending a corpse up from the ocean floor, so...
It's just...
Which is exactly what we need.
Okay, Faya, you head down and you find Hiven and Nemes in that lounge. How'd it go?
Hey, but quick question out of curiosity. You wouldn't happen to have figured out who, like, the chief person in charge was, right? Have you?
Yeah, I'd say so.
What? Sorry. I think it cut out for part of
Yeah,
it.
I'd say so.
Oh, sorry. Cool. Cool. So remember how, like, I was going out to talk to, my patron who lives in, like, the ocean? About,
Yes.
like, the dead bodies?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all the dead bodies are in his domain. He's willing to trade a corpse, for one of the robots in the weird robot morgue
And
place.
you need help getting one up. Okay.
Yep, I also need to know which body to ask for. So, like, that... And if we know, like, the characteristics of, like, the person in charge, probably the best body to ask for? I think?
Well, honestly, I think they all would be viable options.
I
He's
mean...
going to hand you a kind of a book that has, and just tell you information on all of them, which I am putting in the chat. Just gotta be careful not to show too much behind a DM curtain. So I'm going through this carefully. Okay.
Oh.
Like, if you want the leader, Draskin might be the good choice, but really any of them I feel could have valuable information, but yeah.
Oh dear. Now I really need to think about who to kidnap from the dead.
You could relay this to Reyes.
I'm gonna go relay this to Reyes.
We are flying mid-air, just kind of doing circles around.
Except not, because you don't want to go towards the front where everybody is.
Right, just kind of off to the back, a little bit lower. Not drawing attention, but like, just...
am going to pick the most intact automaton. While you do that...
Cool. I'm going to try and flag Reyes down from, like, where I was before.
Could send Duck after him.
Oh no, oh yeah, no, just, oh god. Duck and bat form fly. A tiny bat flying after a large dragon.
I didn't say it would be effective, I said it was an option.
You know what, fuck it, I'm gonna send bat form Duck after the dragon, but also, I would like to... Oh god, what is it? Summon a tentacle of the deep also next to me. And
just
use
start
it like
waving.
Yeah, just trying to flag him down. With a giant ass tentacle, while also a small ass bat is chasing after the robotic dragon.
Hey Reyes, roll me a perception check.
That's what I was just gonna say. We're asked to... perception for me or perception for the dragon? Because I'm using the dragon right now. So...
One of each.
One of each. Okay, because one of us is better than the other. Okay, so...
Iron Eldritch blasts into the sky.
Okay, Reyes rolls an 8 plus a 6, so that's a 14. The dragon has no bonus. And it rolls a... Oh, that's a 9. So, 14 and 9.
Okay. Reyes, I'd say you do eventually notice the tentacle. Like, during a turn, I'd say.
Yeah. Islands don't usually have those. We'll go ahead and kind of make our way and kind of start low and then kind of swoop up and then kind of collect towards the edge and rotate forwards onto all 4 claws on the ground.
Hey Faya, can I get a dexterity save on Duck?
Oh no.
Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug.
Uh, 3 plus 3? Wait, no,
Oh
actually,
no.
I should look up bat stats. Give me a sec. I'm looking at the closet stats. Not that the bat stats are gonna help, but... Sorry, 3 plus 2.
Are bat stats worse than the closet stats? Did I hear that right?
The bat dex is 15, and the closet is apparently 17. I'm choosing not to question it.
I guess we don't really have any quasits to properly measure, so...
I don't even think you would hear or feel it.
I think Duck's gone for today.
Frigga's kind of like sitting there, rifle watching out, just kind of doing everything, and then all of a sudden, towards like the big gem, there's just like a small splat, and then just a spray of seawater.
Yes, exactly.
That was weird. Okay, but the dragon does kind of...
I assume back
Perch.
into perch, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Faya, there's
You guys
water
don't-
dripping from the snout of the dragon.
Hmm. You didn't happen to see a small bat flying after you, did you?
No, not at all.
Cool, I think I found Duck.
Nope.
Faye's just gonna point to where the wet snout is. I think I found Duck.
That's really unfortunate, and I hope it was swift.
I think I'm gonna get a beating next time I summon Duck back. Anyway, as for the reason I was trying to flag you down with a tentacle and a bat,
Yes.
Faya would just like to relay. Did she get a piece of paper, or is it just like all verbal information?
Either way.
Faya will probably just like list off all of the people then, and like what she was told about them, and then go, which body do you want?
I feel like the lead designer or the bookkeeper would be the best. Because we have the journal. And all of them have the code for the journal.
Well, that's gone. That's no longer relevant. You should know that better than anyone else.
Oh yeah, because
It was the
the
cloud.
stinking cloud.
You have someone to blame for that.
I do. Yes, it's me.
The consequences of our actions.
Yes. You know, I'd say either maybe the lead designer or the bookkeeper. They're probably gonna be the ones who know the most. Bookkeeper might be more pliable. We'd be able to learn more about their communications that way. Lead designer would help us maybe figure out different tricks if we can get them to be convincing enough to give us that information.
I mean, do we want the bookkeeper for like more general information, or the lead designer for information specific to your new dragon?
I think we need to play this tactically. We should probably go for the bookkeeper.
Alright. I can do that. Hivid said he was going off to go find the most intact robot he could find. So we could, I'm not sure if I need to throw this into the ocean or not. I should probably go down to the ships either way, so, like, it's easier to, like, haul up a corpse.
The hatch opens.
Wait.
I got a robot.
Cool.
Why did he drag it over here?
So...
Okay.
He was told to?
Wait, but like, we have a giant hatch right next door that drops to the ocean. Okay.
I had a question for you, Reyes.
Yes?
How good is your piloting that you could maybe pick up a corpse from the ocean? If it's just like...
Let's call it a test. I mean, because, like, it's still going to be a corpse no matter what happens. It just might be a little bit crushed more. We'll have to see. Find motor controls at Mach 2. We'll see what happens.
What I'm hearing is I should not go to the ocean as well.
You know that just dropping it in should be enough.
Anyway,
and I believe Beachy said he'd send it your way.
That's true.
And also, how is Reyes going to access the Eternal Reef?
It's not just going to float up from the bottom of the ocean?
I was the impression it was floating up from the bottom of the ocean.
I mean, on one hand, that was completely Reyes in character, but, like... yeah. Yeah.
Bishi seemed to have a plan.
You know,
Oh, no.
I'm pretty sure it'll be fine. We just gotta, like, push the robot off the edge of the island and into the water.
Okay.
And then, like, I'll go talk to Bishi again and ask for the Black Dragonborn for the bookkeeping stuff.
Okay.
I would like to try and help Hivid if Hivid needs help. Just pushing that robot body into the ocean.
Is the tentacle still around?
You realize that I can hear you now that you're outside, yes?
So good news, I sort of forgot Bishi can hear me when I'm not stuck inside where, like, the connection is sort of severed.
Duck just showed up here. He looks very angry.
That's slightly my fault, slightly not. Duck did get hit in the... just in the whole body with a mechanical dragon that was being flown by Reyes. But I did also ask Duck to try and flag down said dragon.
I don't need to know the details, I'm just informing you.
Anyway,
you want the Black Dragonborn?
Yes, please. And we're about to, like, push that robot off into the ocean for you.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Faya is just gonna go and start trying to help Hivid haul the robot to the edge of the island to throw overboard.
With this teamwork, you managed to do so. I imagine probably here is the best area since the dragons.
The dragon poses an obstacle sometimes.
As it should.
As it should.
That's its goal.
And
It was supposed to be an obstacle. And it turned into a friend.
as if you watch the robot fall a long ways down into the ocean below, there's a splash. And let me change colors of things. And like mere seconds after the robot hits the water, there's a geyser of water over here.
Faya's gonna go run to pick up the delivery.
It's this burst of water reaches well above the jungle canopy of New Aviary. Like an oversized whale spout.
Does Bishi have a blowhole?
Bishi does not have a blowhole, but Bishi does have steam breath.
And Bishi is a mini-god. I think.
Like, you head over there and you don't see anything at first. Which one were you? You were a cleric, I believe. Yes. Until there's just a slight splat as the body hits this sort of bridge.
I mean, Faya will go collect the body.
It's not a pleasant corpse.
Alright, time to get back.
Very seawater logged, growing barnacles.
Honestly, Faya would probably not be bothered simply because of who her patron is. Yeah, it's
There's
probably
like
not
a starfish on the chest.
That's probably normal.
It's one of
Is
those
it like...
crown of thorns ones.
I'm sure that's probably normal.
Yeah, people have those all the time.
About as normal as a crown of thorns starfish can be. I don't know if you guys have seen those, but they're freaky.
I just looked it up. This is some of the freakiest shit I've seen all day. And I went to Marletta's for food. Jesus Christ, what the hell is wrong with this thing?
It's a jacked up starfish that is destroying the coral reefs. But Beachy has it for some... Either Beachy has it for some reason.
It's aesthetically pleasing, I'm sure. Hang on. And now I've got to find out. Now I've got to see it.
Now I gotta look it up for the people at home.
Crown of Thorns starfish. Oh, that's...
This is just a starfish on steroids.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
That's
like
like...
actually a big problem. But Perhaps Beachy likes the way they look.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of got vague Chernobyl vibes, and I'm not sure why.
It looks like some enemy you'd see in a video game.
Yeah.
There's Pokemon based off of it.
That's completely fair. And makes way too much sense.
When you said that the starfish was on it, I was like thinking, oh, it's like sensor bars, just for...
No, it. The guy's still clothed, but it's not a sensor bar. It found a nice place to chill.
Okay.
And now it probably wants to get back in the water.
Would Faya know if there's a safe way to remove this from the body?
You know the spines are poisonous. Venomous? Venomous. One second, I'm gonna close my door. Because the sound of Dad's football/wrestling is kind of loud. I mean, if you got a big enough stick, you could probably lift it off.
Faya has a quarterstaff on her.
That would work.
Faya's gonna try and, like, as gently as possible with her quarterstaff, try and get the starfish off so it can either go back in the water geyser or just, like, be dropped off the side of the island and back into the ocean where it belongs.
Dropped off side of island and back into ocean.
Probably that. Faya's going to try and gently remove the thing with the stick, or with the quarterstaff, before sending it back on its way to its home in the ocean.
I'm just going to say you do that. You have sort of an affinity with aquatic animals, I'd say. So it knows you're trying to help and will work with you.
Cool. Once that's done, back to trying to drag the body along. Faya's also gonna stop, like, midway through, just through, like, a big pull of the body before going, "Thank you, Bishi!" And then going back to pulling the body back to the others.
Do you need help?
Yes, please.
If it gets the shoulders, you get the feet, carry the corpse. Reyes are coming in with a corpse.
Okay, let's try and do this hatch landing thing. Let's see what can be done here.
Okay. I'm guessing you're making your way back to the hatch?
Yeah. Yep. Let's see how this works. Okay, so the starting plan is to kind of take the four corners of the hatch as they open and just start by putting the claws kind of about a third of the way down and at the base. So we have 4 anchor points, and then just kind of slowly do one claw at a time from the front in first. Rotating the head along, trying to lead. Basically like a cat, but like just kind of stuck to the bottom of it. Not trying to like claw your way into the pipes, but just like just enough to attach.
Okay, you do so.
Okay, and then just creep in and then kind of not, and just kind of like stand at the ready before powering. Well, I say powering off, but it would be technically turning it to Sentinel mode.
Yeah. Rayos wouldn't know that, wouldn't have that vocabulary.
Rayos absolutely would not.
But it seems to turn off. As far as Rayos can tell.
That's all that needs to be. That works for me.
It does kind of reorient itself so you can climb back down before it powers down. Powers down.
That's excellent. That is exactly what we needed it to do and more.
It knows what you want.
That's creepy. Vaguely. Okay. But nonetheless, that is good. So,
I'm guessing
yeah.
you're going to meet with Faya and Hivid with the corpse.
Yep.
Meet in the middle, or are you heading topside?
I'll head topside.
Okay. Hey. Nemesis is approaching.
Oh, hey.
He's got a book.
You've got a book. Great.
Yes. I found their communication log.
Tell me some good news.
Where is it? Well, good news. Communication between here and with Hathor has always been sporadic. The people here would send messages out as they completed their goals.
Wow. Okay.
The last thing here says that Brass Blaze was near completion and likely would be complete by the time she got the message. I know. And I don't think she has gotten this message.
Okay. About how long ago was it sent out?
About a week. Although what DM is about to elaborate on may render that non-canon. They would send these messages through specifically selected messengers among the Gears. And these messengers would secretly join missions to bring the Harpies to New Aviary.
Okay, I know you can't see my face, but I'm kind of like, wait. I now have lots of questions.
Ask?
Eurybus, did we ever do a like full search through his inventory? Or did like when we turned him over to Tavern Yard, I mean obviously they probably took his stuff and sequestered it for their own perusals. But did he have this message? Was he the one who that they? Because like if it was sent out from here to someone who was going to bring.
I can tell you exactly who it was.
Oh,
On
yes.
your own mission.
Yes.
Enith the Gold Dragonborn?
Really? It's been a while since I thought of her. Really? Huh. Huh.
I believe
Okay.
they were to, judging by these notes here, they were to pick up a message when they got here. And then take it back to Half-Drow when that Harpy mission was done.
And that was the message that this thing is done?
Yes.
So they don't know that this thing is done.
It would seem so.
That's the best news I've heard all day, and we didn't crash the thing. So we have... They know that they're in the process, but they're not immediately suspicious. They're waiting on their next communication, which would have come from us. They know our ship didn't come in. They know things have escalated, but they have no reason to think that we're here. I mean, I know that was the plan, but like... That really worked out.
I do believe I should add this, though I don't think it'll change anything. There was another ship scheduled to be bringing materials, fuel, weapons to New Aviary, but I believe this ship has been taken out.
By us?
Yes, during the escape, there was a cargo airship coming in, and one of the escapees, I know not which one, took it out. And themselves in the process.
Okay.
I believe this ship was the one being talked about here. What the hell was that?
I'm sorry, I've been sneezing all day.
Oh, it's fine now that I know what it was. Bless you.
Thank you. Sorry, yeah, I always have had weird sneezes.
But that's what I've learned. I don't believe we have anything to worry about.
Amazing.
Of course, we should still keep an eye on the southern skies, but
Yeah.
Hazel opened the door. Hazel, stay. Stay. She did not stay. Where were we? Nothing to worry about. Still keep an eye on Ventheim.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. Wow. Yes, that's amazing. That is. I said it before, but that's the best news I've heard. That's.
Glad to make your day, it seems.
Yeah. Now, let's go. Well, okay. So, what time is it about now?
It's starting to get on the late side.
Okay.
Evening, I'd say. Maybe sunset, actually.
Okay, let's go ahead and we'll pick up here tomorrow then. Let's relay all this back and.
Where were you off to? It's also only sunset. You still got hours left in the day.
True. We were gonna go talk to a corpse that got blowholed back to the surface.
I'm sorry?
It's magic. That is how Reyes would contextualize it. Like, it's magic.
To be fair, I don't think Nevis would understand that any more than you would. Because he doesn't have traditional magic either.
Yeah.
Let's go see this, then.
Okay.
Everybody heads up. The gang's all together again. Plus corpse.
Okay. Plus corpse. The gang plus one.
Gang plus corpse.
What exactly are we going to do? Do we just need it here for a few questions? Do we need to bring it back?
Aesthetic purposes. In the end.
Well, if we're talking about aesthetic purposes, I think I would have rather had the Crown of Thorns.
Okay, so you have communication information that might buy us more time. You can talk to it. You brought it back. We need to fit. What's? Hang on. Wait.
Who do you think?
What sorts of things?
Talk to the corpse.
He said that looking at Hivid.
Can he talk to the corpse?
In Reyos's mind, yes.
can't talk to the dead? Some people can. I'm not one of them.
Okay, let's restart. Who can talk to this corpse? Can you do this, Faya? Faya?
That's not really what I've studied before. I can like shoot the corpse with an Eldritch Blast.
So none of us can talk to a corpse that we brought back.
Yeah, this is why I was asking. We could ask around camp. Of course.
Maybe someone from the savannah might be able to.
Likely. More likely. Honestly,
Okay.
just as likely.
Okay. Okay, so new goal. We're going to go ahead and find someone who can talk to this corpse. After we do that, what do we talk to this corpse about? I mean, communication logs we understand the brief. They were keeping books. We can get more on that, right?
Yes.
He looks to Nemesis.
Yeah. We could get more on the communication, I suppose, and in any case, I imagine all of the scientists had a hand on the dragon.
Okay. What sorts of things do we not know that we need to know?
Why there was a dragon in the base?
Perhaps we should write this down.
That's an excellent idea. Does anyone have paper?
What? Someone will give you paper I meant in real life. Okay, why was there a dragon in the basement?
When are the Gears planning to storm Tevengard? Right?
Why is there a whole laboratory under a place that is presumably just to house probably endangered species?
Do they actually care about these birds? Is there a queen harpy? I've been wanting to know that ever since we got here.
Is that the 5 you have decided on?
No. Okay, so dragon in the basement. Why? I don't know. I mean, arms race? They just wanted to throw something different at us? Yeah.
Sounds likely to me.
Okay. So what can this person tell us then about it that we don't know?
Where's my information on them?
So why is there a dragon in the basement?
Why is there a dragon in the basement? When were the Gears planning on storming Tevangard? Why is there a laboratory under the nature reserve? Do they actually care about the harpies? Is there a queen harpy? Is what I have so far.
Okay, those some of those were just Reyes in character. But seriously, like, is there like a protocol where high-ranking high-ranking Ventheim officials have terms? We don't have to search for them; they come to us.
Maybe.
So, is there something that would cause Hathor to come here?
Is that a question for the corpse?
I think so.
Anything else? Anything else during this question for the corpse brainstorm session?
I'm running on empty now.
Okay.
Still trying to figure out why we wanted the corpse.
To talk to it.
Yes, there were several mistakes in this path.
I mean, we gave a dragon.
Reyes has got to stop assuming what kind of magic Hibbit has on hand.
It's Hibbit. Hibbit knows all types of magic, of course.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, Hibbit knows everything.
Especially when it comes to necromancy spells like Speak with Dead.
Hibbit knows everything about magic, of course.
Exactly. Like, he's always had every spell that we've ever needed on hand right at that moment. There's never been a time.
Hibbit has every spell in existence prepared at all times.
Do you want to know what Hibbit has on hand?
Sure.
Guidance, Spare the Dying, Toll the Dead, Cure Wounds, Guiding Bolt, Bane, Gentle Repose, Zone of Truth, Spiritual Weapon, Sending Dispel Magic, Aura of Vitality, Motivational Speech.
I feel like he's missing a couple, like Speak with Dead. This.
Look at that magic curse spreading up his arm. Of course he knows magic.
See, like, that's just the point. That's proof. He's, like, good with magic. Magic is infecting him.
Shall we go get someone with the magic you actually want?
Oh, so wait. We have, like, 3 questions. So wait.
Okay. When were the Gears playing on Asteria to Avant-Garde? Why is there a laboratory under the nature reserve? Do they actually...
Can we get half?
Pardon? And
yeah. Good.
do they actually care about the harpies? Is there a protocol where high-ranking Gears show up here? Is there something that would cause Half-Drow to come here?
Okay, yeah, that's... Yeah, that's more than... Okay. Yeah, let's...
1, 2, 3...
Let's find somebody.
You head towards... You head through the jungle towards camp. Here's the thing, though. DM knows this. DM is willing to show behind that curtain. There is someone coming here that would be able to do this.
Oh, but we want to impress him. We want to show him before, like, he gets here that we are completely on top of everything in a very competent crew.
It's not Grezok.
Is Bishi coming here?
No. Beachy is, in terms of necromancy, Beachy is limited. He cannot talk to the dead.
Bishi is having a party with his new robot.
So wait, if it's not Grezok... Because, like, that dude totally, like, that... that just sounds like someone who can cast magic. But, like, if it... Rayos is, like, searching every corner of his brain. Okay, yeah, no, I mean, what? We get magic back from sleeping, right? So, like, it's gonna be night soon, so, like, things happen. We'll be fine.
Things happen, we'll be fine.
So, like, we can do this tonight, and then if it doesn't work, we can do it again tomorrow morning.
In theory, yeah. Do you just start calling over people?
I'm gonna leave it to Hivid to find someone who can do this, because Hivid knows how to do the magic.
Clearly.
Except for this one.
Poor Hivid, that's all I'm going to say. Okay. He finds someone. Who can cast Speak with Dead. Are you ready?
Okay, who's gonna ask questions so that, like, when this thing gets up, this isn't a question? Please not me.
Well, it's either you or Faya.
I am not confident in my skills to ask questions to a corpse.
Oh, it's here. Okay, I'm going to do this. Nimbus will ask the questions. And I am just going to give answers to these questions so I don't roleplay with myself because I don't like doing that.
Fair enough. Yeah.
The spell works. The dragon dragonborn, gotta be very clear about that, seems to come back to life. Nemesis asks the questions. When were the Gears planning on storming Tavengard? All she says is it was going to happen soon. Why is there a laboratory under the nature reserve? For research. Do you people actually care about the harpies? Some of them did. Is there a protocol where high-ranking gears show up here? Yes. Is there something that would cause Half-Drow to come here? Yes. Dead. Speak with that. She's under no obligation to elaborate.
Yeah. Okay. So should we write Hathor a letter?
That seems wise. Pretend to be these... to be one of these people telling her to come here? Faya, can you replicate handwriting? Faya?
Sorry. What's up?
Can you replicate handwriting?
Sorry, I'm checking Faya's skills. I don't think she can.
I thought... You're not a rogue, I'm sorry, you know.
Yeah, no, my rogue is dead.
Right.
Courtesy of a lot of things, actually.
Right. Rogue is extremely dead.
Is Eureka still alive?
You haven't heard of anything about him dying? And Naveen seemed kind of on top of updating you regarding that. And what was going on. In other words, as far as you know, yes, Eureka is still alive.
Huh. There's a part of me that wants to say, like, we should send to him just to see what he wouldn't know anything, though. So.
I guess, you know, Hiven has met Erebus by technicality. He could do it.
But, like, we don't have we don't have a question, though, so. It's just like, we could actually do that.
It's also his choice if he replies back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to find that later. I've lost a die to the void.
Oh no.
Not the trash can, though.
That's good. So we gotta make a letter.
Ideally, while forging someone's handwriting, and impersonating them. Which, we have a lot of people, I'm sure someone here can do that. What should we do with this? Gestures at corpse. What should we do with this? Hello?
I don't know. Could we get... Are we able to get more information out of them?
Not immediately. There's a bit of a cooldown, let's say, when it comes to temporarily animating a corpse. Okay. Specifically 10 days?
Oh, then we're gonna be invading at that point, so like that we can't do anything.
Yeah, 10 days. Could always put it back where it came from.
Sure.
Faya, do you have any opinion on that?
I won't lie. I've spaced out.
Do you, who just talked to Bishi, have any opinion on putting the corpse back where we found it? where it came from?
I mean, I'd like to just put it out there. Bishi doesn't specifically mind the corpses in his ocean, but he did think sending all of the corpses from this island in at once was a bit excessive. I'm not sure what you should make of that information. I just thought I'd point it out. Because they do sort of end up in Bishi's reef.
Okay, yeah, you see Hivid go into a bit of a trance. Returning the gift of a Warlock patron is unwise.
So
Yeah,
do we
there's
bring this one back to life?
At the very least, we don't put it back. He seems to snap out of that little trance.
I mean,
Oh,
we
wait,
could
Go ahead, sorry.
if we bring it back to life, we could possibly get more information out of it. Or at the very least, we could see how, like, they write, and then we could try and mimic that.
I mean, we
Although,
have
I guess
their
we have
handwriting in here.
That's true. If we could convince them to write for us, then we wouldn't even have to worry about forging it.
This is
But
true.
I'm not sure how likely it is we'll convince them.
Could just take some mild convincing. Quote, unquote.
So let's go bring this person back from the dead. Round 2, right, Hivid?
Honestly, I thought that was the original plan.
Cool!
I mean, the worst thing that happens is we just have, like, a prisoner of war, I guess, that we could probably do something with.
Oh, we know the prisoner of war situation very well, don't we, Reyes?
We've had a couple.
Isn't the
Just
war
a
only
couple.
just now starting? What do you mean by what do you mean by prisoner of war experience?
I mean, yeah, I guess that technically wouldn't be a prisoner of war, it would just be a prisoner. Now, we could say that the prisoner might have started the war, but, like, technically they didn't, because they didn't find out about that until much later. They were just a prisoner. So by the time they would have actually been classified a prisoner of war, they were already dead. So it was just dead. So, like, they're definitely not a prisoner of war. So we actually never have had a prisoner of war before, so let's...
What about Resound?
First time for everything, right?
I guess by technicality, you have just had prisoners / hostages. Not actual prisoners of war, because the war hasn't started. Right?
Yeah.
Faya is very concerned.
Hivid's going to go find a necromancer. Leaving you 4 alone?
Sorry, Reyes, I have a question, because, like, I was like, trained to be a spy. You've been a spy longer than I have, and like have more experience than me, right?
Some.
I
I've been on a
think
couple
we all
more missions. Yeah.
would
Yeah.
apply for that.
Is having prisoners as a spy normal, and is it also normal to apparently find out that they die?
Having prisoners is very normal. Sometimes prisoners die. There's not much we can do about it at all times. The ones that he was talking about, we could have done a little bit more about, but, like, also not really. It was kind of a weird situation where we really just... We were completely had our backs against the wall and needed to bring some prisoners back to Tavern to explain the whole thing and have bargaining chips and just all around have
But if they're
utility.
dead, are they if they're dead, are they worth anything as bargaining chips?
You say in front of the reborn? Someone who has been brought back to life?
To be fair, one of them died and we did bring him back, and I don't know if they're still going right now. The other one, I think they died, but like maybe we brought him back, maybe we didn't. But like we didn't do any of that. We just handed them off to someone else who was maintaining guards and prisoners and interrogations. And so
I'm just going to weigh in a bit here. Yes, Resam's death had almost nothing to do with you. But Naveen sent you Cindy to tell you that he was dead, so can confirm that.
okay.
He also said that some necromancers sent by Thoril were in the dungeon looking for Resam's soul.
Why would they do that?
He didn't explain, and he didn't know either.
I want to know. Sorry, this is out of character. I want to know what hell Resound's soul is causing in the dungeon to make people go look for it.
I feel like that's an entire campaign on its own.
That's just the campaign of hide and seek.
Get rid of the poltergeist in the dungeon?
Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters?
Theoretically.
Yeah.
Do we have Ghostbusters for our country?
You have necromancers.
I mean, technically,
at the castle.
Technically, there is. Oh, go ahead.
I guess Necromancers would sort of be Ghostbusters.
I mean, technically speaking, Bloodhunter has the, I believe it's the Curse of the Ghost Slayers.
Well, neither you or Nimbus is that, but in theory...
Well, true.
In theory, a couple of those could be working at the castle.
God, I hope Resounds caused the fire in the dungeon.
Keep in mind, DM knows things, but can't flat out say them.
There's a part of me that suspects that the sheer chaos that a ghost resound would do would be enough to start the war on its own. Just because, like, ghost attacks, you can't really claim that as different than, like, a psionic assassin, or by, like, remote viewing and killing and such. And fireballs, explosives, and whatnot.
See, if that's the case, though, as long as Resound isn't specifically bound to a certain area, I feel like he would just leave the dungeon and start causing problems everywhere, enough to basically just go, these have to be planned attacks, even if it's just him starting shit outside.
Okay. I have a necromancer working on bringing the Dragonborn back. It's
Awesome.
However, it's going to need to take a while, possibly into tomorrow.
Okay.
Is there anything else we need to do? Or that you guys would like to do? Because it's getting late.
We got the prince coming.
We got the prince coming.
Honestly, I think we've got everything. Sorry, what you were saying?
He'll be here tomorrow.
Yep.
Do we know how early he'll arrive?
Around noon?
Okay, so we'll definitely have a reincarnated scientist by then.
So tomorrow's goal, apart from having the scientist and I guess welcoming the prince, is to convince the scientist to help us?
Our ships down there have food and rations on them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're good to go.
Okay.
Convince scientists to help. Convince Prince that you should not head out immediately.
Should we tell the prince about Rayos's dragon?
Yes.
We have hinted at the dragon in a previous sending. He's going to want to see it. In action, down there, he's going to want to see it. Hello?
Okay. How fast do the ships usually fly?
They're kind of fast. They are slower than the dragon. I'll put it that way.
Okay. Gotcha. They're not 160 feet every 6 seconds fast.
Correct.
I mean, I don't think I've got anything else to... before he gets here. I think this corpse was our last outstanding bit.
Okay. In that case, shall we skip to the next day?
I was gonna say, before Faya goes to bed, she will probably cast Find Familiar to summon Duck back.
Right. That's a good idea.
Because then she can long rest and get her spell slot back from it.
Where are you, little one? Oh, wrong thing. Player character summons. There we go. He's pouting. Okay. Let me just round up the NPC tokens. Because everybody wants to be there for the important person showing up. They don't know it's the prince. Yet. In the morning, one of the first things you notice is that the revived prisoner, she is now a prisoner, has been put in one of the cages that used to hold a harpy. Because it was a convenient place to put them. Is that everybody? No. Okay. That's everybody. Towards noon. Let me go to where that is on. You look out from New Aviary and you see an armada of war airships. 4 of them are surrounding one larger ship. And as they get close, this larger ship pulls away from the flock and towards this dock where it shall dock itself. Where are you, my ship token? There we go. The other airships continue to hover in the surrounding space, waiting. An automatic gangplank unfolds from the side of the ship. First off the ship, where are you? Is the prince. Accompanied by 2 heavily armored bodyguards at his left and right. I'm not gonna put their tokens in yet, though. After them are more armored soldiers, along with several mage types. Oh god, where did I put that guy's token? Oh, good, he is in here. There he is, okay. Among these mage types is an extremely bony gray tiefling that catches your attention.
Oh, we've met them before.
No, you have not.
That's not who I thought it was.
The last... Sorry, go ahead.
I need to jump off for a quick second and use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry.
Okay, no, you're fine. I'm just gonna get right back into it. The last people to depart from the ship are 3 individuals who leave the ship at once. 2 guards, and between them, a familiar face.
Okay. Huh?
And that is where we're going to end it tonight.
He's not on our side now, is he?
He is very much in shackles.
Okay. That makes more sense.
He's
Huh.
back.
Yeah. That's unexpected. In fact, very much so.
This was fun.
Yeah.
Yes, he is back. Looks pretty much the same way you left him. Just a change of clothes.
Okay. Huh. Huh. Now I've got a lot to think about.
Good. That's what I was hoping for. Did you also think that this guy was going to be Fornius?
No. I was thinking it was going to be the druid who revived Eurybis from the woods in session 5.
She was a Hexblood.
Okay.
But yeah, I get
I
get it.
I had horns in my head, and I'm like, it sounds like the same kind of character, same kind of person. I wonder, and I'm like, oh no, that's just something completely different. But
She's off doing her own thing.
that makes it sound like she's dead. But I don't know that. It's very possible at this point.
You don't know. But yeah, he seems important, But you, Reyes, you would have no idea who this is.
That's completely fair. They seem like a magical person. Ooh.
Derp, any thoughts?
About the new guy, or about
In general.
Faya has no connection to whomever the hell is walking behind. The prince is the one with the white on his hair, right?
Yeah.
Like, not the full white, just, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Because Faya has no connection to Eurybus at all, so she wouldn't know the importance of him.
Faya would know the prince on sight.
Faya would know the prince on sight. Faya wouldn't know Eurybus on sight.
Would Faya know the green torn one?
Would Faya know the green horned one at all?
Possibly. Actually.
Ooh.
Roll insight or history or arcana.
Insight or history or arcana? Where did I put my dice?
That is not all the people they brought. I just wanted to populate some people. There is a very large amount of people on top.
16 plus 4 for history.
15 plus 4?
16 plus 4.
16 plus 4, so a natural 20. Okay. This check, coupled with your more magic inclinations, means that you do know who this is. One moment, and I will give you his name and full title. I am blanking on the full title.
It's all good.
Sylphas, head of the 4th tower. Tower of Arcane.
The Arcane Tower?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, well, that's actually that's a very big shot then.
You got two
Question.
big shots, and then you have Eurybus.
We've got 2 big shots, probably some high-ranking guards, and some random pretty boy.
Yes.
At least in Faya's eyes.
In chains.
Sorry, a pretty boy in chains, which means he's a prisoner.
Of war.
Of war.
Of war.
We've come full circle.
That's fine. We have like a spare harpy cage for him. Are people like bowing down because the prince is here? Or like saluting the prince in any way, shape, or form?
Salute.
I guess would also be Faya will probably salute the prince as well then with everyone else, because, that's the prince.
It's the fucking prince.
It is the fucking prince. We should probably salute ours.
I'm sorry, not the a fucking prince. There's 2 of them.
Sorry. It's a fucking prince.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Faya would probably salute that. And then also give, like... I got a question. How are, like, the heads of towers in general acknowledged?
It varies.
Would Faya know how to, like, acknowledge?
He doesn't seem to be expecting acknowledgement, considering there's the prince.
Enough. Then Faya would like to salute the prince, briefly do whatever form of acknowledgement people have for the heads of towers, and then go back to saluting the prince.
Does he even notice? No.
That's fine. As long as it doesn't weigh on Faya's consciousness.
But yeah. Got some interesting people to talk to next time. To show things.
Yes.
Any comments, questions, concerns before we head out?
We technically took a long rest, didn't we?
Yes.
Cool. Just wanted to double check so I make sure to remember to get my spell slot back before we end off, because otherwise I'll forget.
Yes, please refill your stuff.
Yep. All filled. Should be all filled back up. Excellent.
Andrew, how about you?
Yep, I got all my stuff marked. I'm trying to rack my brain for anything that I know about the fourth tower. Which I know, Reyes doesn't know that. He might have heard whispers, but like he wouldn't know really what goes on there.
That is correct. Necromancy.
Yeah.
That responsibility is kind of shared with the Tower of Restoration.
Faya would be aware of this simply because she's been in the city longer than, or at least has been in the city more recently than Reyes for a longer period of time, since Reyes has been deep cover spy, I assume, for a while.
That, but also you're the more magically inclined of you and
That too.
Reyes.
That too.
You have a bit more of a vested interest in the goings-ons of the fourth tower.
Yeah. Reyes was, I believe, with the second.
Third.
And so, third. Correct, yeah.
I have them all right here.
Yeah.
There are 6 of them.
In my head, I believe some of Reyes' family might have been from the fourth, but that really doesn't weigh much on him, and he, once again, has been deep undercover for so long that he legitimately would not have any connection to it. But yeah, no.
I feel the need to note that one of these towers is just a royal family.
Yeah.
We don't talk about the first tower, we just refer to them as the royal family.
First tower, Tower of Royalty, led by Thorol Kosh. I could go through all of them, but... But also, Grezok's ahead of the tower.
Okay. You said, yeah, Grozok was one of the heads of the towers. Okay. Okay. Third is rest. Huh. So they're bringing big guns. Well, no, of course they're bringing big guns here.
Of course they're
they are.
bringing
Like,
big guns.
We are planning to invade the capital city.
They
yeah.
think they're going to battle in a few minutes.
Which probably isn't a bad. Well, no.
Wait, a few minutes?
Well, a few hours. Grozok
Within the week.
Wants to see what you have going on. But
And then we steal the
his
capital.
intent right now is to see what's going on here and then head out for the attack. You're gonna have to convince him otherwise, essentially.
3 days. Give us a couple more days to just get used to everything.
Give us a couple more days to train with the dragon.
19 charisma, please save us.
Give us a couple of days to convince the prisoner to write a letter.
Oh, which we're gonna have to send. And then they're gonna have to get back to us. Like, that's gonna take much longer than a couple of days.
I mean, if we sent out, just have the prisoner write, like, SOS, we're under attack. I don't think anyone would be expected to write a reply.
Does anybody here have Galder Speedy Courier? Is a question I need to ask myself. Because in theory, all of the couriers look the same. They're air elementals.
I don't have that, but technically speaking, I could summon Duck back in the form of a hawk instead of a Quasit, and we could send it as a messenger hawk. Technically.
But would they be expecting that?
I doubt it.
So we need to first find out how they were actually getting their mail to them.
Messengers.
Well, right, but like... Oh, wait, so it was... Oh, so they did take it the long way. They did. That's...
Unfortunate.
Yep. If we take the time, we could have an advantage by having them come to us. If we leave very shortly after and don't give them that advanced knowledge, we have the element of surprise.
Something to think about.
Uh-huh. They're probably thinking that something is coming. They don't know from where. In which case, that would be a point towards surprise. Because if we tell them specifically to come to the new aviary, then at least Hathor knows what we have. They'll either think that it was destroyed or that we have it, and that gives them foreknowledge. So we should actually maybe not write the letter. We need to find out if the Gears have countermeasures to their own stuff. That's the thing.
Well,
do they have a way to shut it down?
You have 2 people to talk to about that. Maybe.
Yep.
Maybe. Who knows what Erebus knows about New Aviary?
That's a really I was wondering, like, I couldn't justify saying we should send to him just to send to him for sending's sake, but like, I do legitimately want to know that. What of this place does he actually know?
Well, conveniently, he's here.
Yeah. We don't have to use 3rd level spell slots to get to him. Huh.
You have a lot of things to think about.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Oh yeah.
I am available if you have any questions you need answered regarding that. To the best of my ability, at least.
Mm-hmm.
So I can help with brainstorming on what to do with these new people and everything else that has come to light. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Indeed. Indeed. I suppose that's it then. If
Okay,
there's nothing
then.
else for right now.
Yep. I've got to go run back towards video editing.
Best of luck.
Good luck.
It's going well. Thankfully.
I'm
Fixed
glad.
some of the things. It's only been a massive undertaking. But that's the fun of it.
Indeed.
Well, then I will see you guys next time.
I'll see you next time / tomorrow.
Yep.
You have a good rest of your night.
You too.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.